Hello, what are you and can we shoot you? Yes, we can. And we got a whole bunch of shots in on that guy before he even knew what was happening. Oh yeah. Nope, we are not gonna overheat ourselves though. We're gonna be smart. He is a Reach Marauder, and he is about to meet his end. Bye-bye, baby! Let's get good. I am the gamer under development, and this is Sunless Skies. We are jumping right back in where we left off last week. We have recently acquired the Rat Pack and discovered Magdalene. Unfortunately, we don't have the money to actually buy more supplies, and we need to find somewhere to turn in our port reports in order to make a little bit of money so that we can go to Port Avon and buy seeds, which we can then sell at Magdalene's. So what I'm gonna do is go this way and try to head back towards New Winchester and hope that along that path somewhere we'll actually find the place that we're supposed to go to turn in our port reports. There are two different options. One of them supports the Queen back in the motherland, and the other option supports the Reach being independent. If we have to choose between the two, we're probably going to support the Reach being independent because forget all the Queen things. Nah, this is our place. But realistically, we've already made it clear that our captain is an opportunist willing to play whichever side pays the most. This is an interesting confrontation. I'm almost wanting to just kind of sit here and watch these guys brawl and maybe... Oh, stop shooting me! What are you doing? Hey, hey, hey! What the heck? Why are you shooting at me? I'm reasonably sure we took damage from that, which makes me kind of mad. Like, now I just want to kill this guy. I wish I knew who he was, so I would know whether that's okay or not. He does seem to be fighting these other two guys. That is an Enduring Dreadnought, the HML Phantasm, and that's a Tackety Scout. Okay, so... let's get him. Let's get... Oh! Oh no. Let's get him with the Tackety Scouts. Oh, we took him out! We took him out! Look at that! That's how you do it, y'all. That's how you pick the bones. Alright, the Enduring Dreadnought is defeated. The massive guns of the Dreadnought have finally fallen silent. The Hulk hangs in the firmament like a shed spider skin in a web, viewed from the vantage of the fly. Its sides are scored and open, its windows shattered, smoke billows from its blind eyes. London will not see what transpires here. What's wrong, Hanners? Raid the hold. The Dreadnoughts are the bane of all smugglers. They surely keep the best of... One second, folks. I'll be right back. Just had to let the doggo out to go potty. Alright, raid the hold. The Dreadnoughts are the bane of all smugglers. They surely keep the best of their finds to themselves. After all, wouldn't you? You may gain unusual cargo. We can rummage in the kitchens. An engine of this size had many stomachs to fill. You may gain supplies. That's probably what we're doing. Or you can raid the engine's lockbox. It sits on the captain's desk, heavy as a miser's heart. So that's tempting just because it's like a mystery prize, and in games like this, mystery prizes can be super, super cool. But at the same time, the kitchen option would give us supplies, which are incredibly useful. So I think we're probably going to take that. But I want that. We're going to raid the engine's lockbox. It's the coolest decision. I have to do it, guys. Inside, after some deft work with the bolt cutters, are a series of documents, crisp, white, ministry-stamped documents. Some are promissory notes, exchangeable in all reputable ports in the skies. Another is an invitation to the eternal mask on Perderance, where London's finest dwell within a single day. You've gained 150 sovereigns. Charred stovepipe nameplates remains unchanged at 0. You now have 1 times invitation to Perderance. Interesting. I don't know what Perderance is, but we have an invite now. Whoa there, Mr. Tackety Scout. Is there a reason why you were shooting at me? I have done nothing to you. In fact, I helped you out. Please get off me. And we want to head up this way. So if that guy is trying to engage us, we're going to end up having to fight him, but it doesn't look like that's the case. I think he was just wildfiring. The Rat Brigade. Consider Magdalene's for a while. Finally, it's very red. I love them. They're great. The Salem Spire. Ooh, okay. The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark, its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. We can enter through the shattered windscreens. The steel of its chassis is mangled, but the bridge appears largely intact behind its broken windows. That'll be a hearts test at 20% chance for success. We can strip her for repairs, restore some of your hull. Your mirror skills will slightly affect the amount you repair, or we can leave the wreck untouched. I'm gonna go ahead and strip her for repairs. That's actually a good choice for us to get a little bit of hull back, especially when we consider that that's a dude right there waiting to fight with us. Potentially. That is a Reach Marauder. Oh my! Y'all see that shot? Whoa now. Buddy, you gotta calm down. Nice. That was actually kind of amazing. I mean, at this point, we've gotten pretty good at the dodging system. Oh, but we took a big hit there. He's getting close to us so that we won't be able to dodge him. That's basically... And, like, we were shooting and hitting rubble there from that wreck we found, which is annoying, too. Yeah, there we go. Shoot him in the butt. Shoot him in the butt and get your wins. Take it how you can get it. Oh, come on. See, that's the trick to this game when you're doing the combat, it's just balancing out your heat. Because if you fire too much, you'll hit more, but you also won't be able to evade anymore because you'll overheat. But we did get him. The Reach Marauder is defeated. You approach the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder. The plunderer is behind you. Someone is humming a song of victory. Raid the safe. Your guns have reduced the door to a smoldering heap, but sovereigns are surprisingly durable. Gain the sovereigns, or we can explore the captain's cabin. The marauders are rarely democratic. The captain rules by strength and claims the best for their own keep. That'll allow us to seek unusual items, but that will also require us to use iron, which is 60%. I'm gonna go for gain sovereigns, because if we do this, then we automatically gain money, and we need it to buy supplies, so that makes sense. Alright. There's that, and I will be back shortly. I gotta go let the doggo in. I need you to understand something. You're done. Go the fuck to bed. Go to bed. You're done. Go night-night. Do you understand? I'm done. Go to bed. Do you need to go potty? Is that why you were crying? Because if it's not, you're in trouble. Hurry up. No, you don't gotta go. You don't gotta go. Then whatever the fuck you were crying for, get your ass in. Go! Go to bed. Go, bad dog. So tired of your shit. And we are back. That dog is just incapable of holding it, apparently. I don't know, man. Anyways, let's keep going. We did manage to take out the Reach Marauder. We got some sovereigns for that. Hopefully that'll pay for anything we need when we find our next port, which will need to be relatively soon because we are running low on supplies. And I was honestly hoping that as we made our way around here, we would find something, but so far we're not happening upon any ports. We've happened upon plenty of combat, and that combat has actually gone particularly well for us. I think I'm starting to get the hang of the combat. It's actually really fun. But we haven't discovered another port that we can land at, which is starting to concern me because we're not exactly wrapping around to New Winchester like we expected to. We also don't have the supplies to seek out another port, which is problematic because we know that once we run out of supplies, it's only a matter of time before we are in dire straits and our people begin to eat each other. So we are going to try to avoid the eating of each other. Marauders prowl these dim groves in defiance of nearby New Winchester. Good. Hopefully we get lucky and we find a marauder that has supplies on it so that we can take it out. There we go. Keep chugging away, little sky choo-choo. Oh, the little engine, the good. That looks like a watchtower. Did we find a watchtower, or is that a big ship that's gonna wreck us? That's a watchtower. Be a port, be a port, be a port, port. Are you a port? Can we dock here? Is that a thing? No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Okay. Havenwood right there. Hello, hello. What does that symbol mean? That is something to crave. Interesting. Ooh. Incautious driver. Is that? No, it's slightly different from the one I crashed into. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. A homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. The homestead is warm and welcoming in the wide night. Its windows are gilded with lamplight. A sturdy settler beckons you in. You can eat your fill. Hospitality is important on the frontier. The settlers invite you to join them for a meal. This will reduce terror, and if you are starving, buy you some time. Leave swiftly. Perhaps you'd rather not risk encountering hostile strangers. Perhaps you want to avoid small talk. Spin them a yarn of your adventures. Trade a sky story for supplies. I wish I had a sky story right now, because I totally would. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so that reduced our terror, but it doesn't stave off starvation because we're not starving yet, which is unfortunate, because that would have been more useful if we'd have found it after we were starving, I guess. And it's also not an actual port, so we can't, like, potentially turn in our port reports or anything like that. We are well on our way to New Winchester, though, so hopefully within our last supply load right there, we can make it. And we do have enough money to potentially buy more supplies. I don't know about more fuel, though. The clamor of New Winchester can be heard on the wind, familiar as a disagreeable uncle. You give the orders for half rations to eke out the last of your supplies. Good man. Do the half rations, please, everybody. Please understand that we either do half rations here or we starve to death. Thank you kindly for listening. Is that another watchtower? I'm actually kind of surprised that there are all these different watchtowers, but, like, you can't dock at any of them, which is kind of weird. Mainly because in, like, Sunless Seas, you had those watchtower boat things that shined light, but you could dock at them. That was actually kind of one of the reasons why they existed. Okay. So yeah. The taste of smog, the sound of iron, we are home. We are nearing New Winchester for sure. What is that? A platform. We found a new platform. Are you the platform that we can turn in the port reports to? Because you would be awesome if you were. This is Victory Hall here. We're going to go ahead and dock up at Victory Hall. And at this point, I don't care who they serve. If they will take our port reports, we got them. Okay, so we're going to hide our advice. Go to Victory Hall. The Assembly, a coalition of independent-minded settlers, colloquially called Tackities. Awesome, this is the one we wanted anyway. Gather and argue here. Deliver port reports here to receive rewards and win the Tackities' favor. Recent news, a down locomotive on Hybris. A Tackities engine's gone down in the fungal jungle of Hybris, being a remote and mysterious colony on the very edge of the Reach. So if we check that out, I bet you we can go look for it. A Tackity engine's gone down. Yeah, we already read that part. The town crier pauses for breath and enters an alarming coughing fit, having inhaled a lungful of smoke. An enterprising stovepipe claps him sharply on the back. Thanks, he sputters. Are there any brave captains willing to rescue these poor souls? So we could step up, but we need a sky story, so we can't do it right now. That's interesting. So sky stories are essentially like stories of how awesome we are, I guess. The town crier's voice calls out, behind you, is no one willing to take the mantle up of the brave heroes of the blockade? Not right now, buddy, we can't. I'm willing, but I can't. Visit Victory Hall. Raised in the wake of the blockade of New Winchester, this magnificence of glass and steel houses the Colonial Assembly. Here, representatives of the independent ports of the Reach gather and quarrel. Deliver your port reports to the Indurate Veteran. I'm guessing that's the Indurate Veteran right there? Her tireless exertions during the blockade earned her both a seat on the Assembly and enemies in London. She likes to keep abreast of events. You unlock this with 1x reach port reports. This will influence the balance of power in the reach in favor of the Tacites, the colonists seeking independence from London. Chat with the Indurate veteran, learn how you can be of use to the Tacites, those colonists seeking independence from London. Trade favor for a savage secret. In this case, I'm just going to give port reports. That is going to affect the balance, but I wonder if we can find the other place and give them port reports to re-affect the balance. Okay. So, you now have 2x the Tacites' gratitude. She listens with a scowl. Well, I'd rather know than not, I suppose, and thank you for bringing this to me. Rather than the bloody stovepipes, I'll arrange a gratuity. Oh, we got 200 sovereigns for that. Holy moly, that's great. So we got 2x the Tacites' gratitude and 200 sovereigns, and we have gained 2x fortune Tacites, now total 38 struggling, and lost 2x fortune stovepipes, now total 10 desperate. So I wonder if that means that we can no longer do that. Trade favor for a savage secret. Okay, so with the favor we got from her, we can trade favor for a savage secret, we can trade it for an otherworldly artifact. It is customary for the representatives to bring gifts from their territories, examples of local craftsmanship, mysterious finds, untangled from the knotty roots of the Reach. Okay, so let's go with... I want to get an otherworldly artifact and see what that actually is. Oh, it's an actual otherworldly artifact item. Okay, that's fine. I think we had something that asked for that earlier anyway. We lost 2 of our Tacites' gratitudes for that. The archive is a jumble, semi-sorted, and barely cataloged. The curator, an indifferent man plagued by a phlegmy cough, is happy to loan you an exhibit. He doesn't check it out. There is no talk of returning it. If anything, he's happy to see it gone. That's funny. He's like, I don't care. Just get it out of here. Let's talk to the Indurate veteran and see what she has to say about us helping out the Tacites. Her skin is brown and her hair is beginning to gray. She wears a heavy, unbuttoned coat. Metals gleam in the shadows behind its lapels. One half of her face is scarred from frostbite. She is enjoying a quiet cigarillo while her peers argue in the chamber of assembly. You talk for a while about life in the skies. When her cigarillo is just a stub, she says, I'd be grateful to hear reports of your travels, citizen. I suspect all manner of strife and imprudence is going to kick off in the foreseeable. I mean to be ready for it. As you visit ports, you may obtain port reports, turn them in at Victory Hall to receive rewards. Excellent. So we've already done our turn-ins for our port reports. We actually got some cool stuff. Let's go see what the shops have, if anything at all. This is a bargain available. A buoyant broker sells barrels full of geode-like ores. Okay, so we could buy unseasoned ores here, which we already appear to potentially have 4 of. I'm guessing that's what that symbol means, but I'm not entirely sure. I think we can obviously check if we go over here to our hold. Yes. Yeah, we don't have any unseasoned hours, so I don't know what that... Oh, 4 must be how many they have in stock right now. I see. No. Do we have 4 in our storage somewhere? Oh, that could be. We could have some in storage, I suppose. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to undock here. And we're going to go back to New Winchester and acquire some of those ceramics and things that we needed for one of our requests, which is this one, the crockery for Port Avon. And then when we get to Port Avon, we can buy the seeds for Magdalene's, because now we have 400 money. Well, 400 sovereigns. I just said money because, like, I didn't want to risk saying the wrong thing. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We have 400 sovereigns. We're going to go spend them, and then we're going to go try to do all the things. We may actually have to spend more on supplies and stuff than we would like to get started, but that's okay because we really just need enough to fill the requirement of this. So completing this prospect, deliver 5. Okay, so we need 5 units of crockery for Port Avon. We can explore the city. A note from Mr. Menagerie. The poster tells where he went. We're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about investigating the black box. The Song of the Sky is not something we need to sweat just yet. Recent news, a down locomotive in the Hagris. Okay, we already knew about that. We can't go do it yet, though. Alright, let's look at the note from Mr. Menagerie. The poster at the station has been torn down and there is no sign of Mr. Menagerie. Read the note. It should tell you where he's headed. We'll wait. We'll keep that note there so that we can read it later. I'm going to investigate the black box because I think one of these options might have been for the item we just acquired. It doesn't look like it, though. We can consult with an academic, and he comes recommended by several acquaintances. He will give you his rarefied opinion if you have an unusual trophy from your journeys to share with him. And we do. We have the uncanny specimen, so let's go ahead and do that. Bam, expert advice. The academic is wild-haired and scatterbrained, but his expertise is undeniable. He provides a wild hypothesis. We know that judgments, the suns, made the laws that govern all things. Those laws are enforced most vigorously wherever their light can reach. But a container like this might thwart their sight. If I wanted to exclude something from certain laws of the heavens, I would hide it in a box like this. And we got 50 experience for that. Our new total is 2,612. We should actually check and see if we have a level up in a second when we get out of here. I'm not selling the box. That would be cray. We're not going to sell the box because that just sounds like a bad idea. Okay. So we can explore the city now, or let's just go to the shops and see if we can actually sell off the item that we acquired when we killed that first ship. Not going to be able to sell it there, not going to be able to sell it there, and not going to be able to sell it at the bank. We have nothing in storage, so that answers that question. Oh wait, we didn't actually try to sell it at every place. We just checked selling here, I think. And this is primarily weapons, which makes sense. We wouldn't be able to sell it there. I would expect to sell it here at Victoria Market, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Sell that, please. Give me my 70. Now that we have 70 more sovereigns, we can go ahead and buy maybe 3 supplies for 120. We've already got 3 fuel, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. 3 and 3 should get us down to Port Avon, if I'm not entirely mistaken, and I don't think I'm that mistaken. And now we just need to acquire the correct items to take in for this. 5 crates of nostalgic crockery. I could have sworn that was available here. If it's not available here, then we'll just have to figure it out. It doesn't look like I was right. Looks like that is not available here. Okay, so we'll head on down to Port Avon then and just pick up our seeds down there. I haven't actually looked at these yet, but it is interesting to take a look. Pelennor-class trader, a popular mining vessel in the Reach. Oh, that's right, we have mining and things to do now. Like, I didn't even think... Wow, look at that thing. That is gorgeous right there. We gonna get that gorgeous ship someday, guys. Someday. Yo, can we go back to exploring the port, though? Because I'm reasonably sure that we can go do some things. Yes, we can. An opportunity. Respond to a distress call. A group of concerned Tacketies are looking for a skyfaring captain to assist them in retrieving a missing friend. We can respond to that, and unlocked when you do not have a retiring filmmaker. Interesting. Visit the Promise of Days. That's the club that we went to before, and we can inquire about the Winchester War, which doesn't matter to us right now, at least. Let's go ahead and do this one. Captain, a broad-shouldered Tackety speaks for the group. A friend of ours, there are protests. An acquaintance of ours has sent a message from Hybris. She needs transport back to New Winchester. He pauses for breath. Would you mind picking her up if you happen to go out that way? She's a filmmaker, goes by Lumiere. She said she'd never return, so I have to assume she's taken ill. It'd be good to make sure she gets back safely. Hybris lies to the east-northeast of New Winchester. Y'all heard that, right? East? Northeast. East, northeast. Okay, we all heard east, northeast. I'm telling y'all right now, east, northeast. I swear if we go east, northeast and there's nothing there, I'm gonna be like, what happened? We can visit Promise of Days. That's just gonna be advice for new captains, so that's not really helpful here. Follow the Ambition, Song of the Sky. We don't have anything to let us work on that yet, I don't think. Although we could try. We do have that uncanny item. Nope. Gather Tales of Terror. Yeah, we don't have Tales of Terror, so we can't do anything with that either. Alright, so I guess at that point, the best thing we could do is potentially hire on some more crew here, recruit up to 3 or 4 crew, and that will cost us 30 sovereigns. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we capped out our crew there again, and we could repair our locomotive, but I don't think we need to right now. That would kind of be overkill in my opinion at the moment. And now we're ready to jut out of here and head straight down to Port Avon. That is our destination. We will go through... Actually, you know what? We'll go around this way. That way actually seems better than going through the Narrows. Although there is usually a ship down here to fight in the Narrows. But it's a Tackety ship, so I don't know if, like, shooting it is going to lower our Tackety rep or how that works. We'll see. If we find the Tackety ship down here, we're gonna rail it, and we're gonna take anything we can off of it, because we basically pirates, y'all. We sky pirates. And if it lowers our Tackety reputation, then we found a way to keep our reputation balanced. Because I don't really care about being on anybody's side. I just want to make that money and keep our sky locomotive rolling. because it is the little engine that good, and we need it to get wherever we're going. We should be down to Port Avon relatively quickly. We did not encounter the Tackety vessel there, which is unfortunate because we would have killed it and taken whatever we could off of it. But hey, we are well on our way to Port Avon, and we should be there soon, soon, soon. We are just chugging away. Such beautiful scenery still. Like, it never ceases to amaze me how great this all looks. Like, doesn't that just look like layers of trees in the background? With, like, little fluorescent things growing on them, no less. So you get this idea that there is life in all these different layers, which is interesting because we're only flying on one, and it makes me wonder if, like, part of the game design in future isn't to give us a way to go between layers. Because if they did that, that would be insane. You would end up having so many different maps layered on top of each other that you could essentially, like... Oh, it's just it's limitless. It's limitless the number of ways you could build out this game if that was the case. A new smell behind the coal and oil, the green, unlikely smell of apples. Oh, that's right, Port Avon is where we can wear out our welcome. They will get tired of us eventually, because we are miscreants that should not be in their port. Okay, we can recruit a repentant devil this time, because we do have the money. So let's go ahead and do that. This will give you a signaler who will increase your iron by 2, your veils by 6, and your affiliation academe by 1. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna get him again. He has very little luggage, a single satchel of books, and a folded greatcoat appear to be his only personal effects. His manner is calm, almost pedantic, as he negotiates his duties and his pay, but you have a sense that he urgently wants to be out of Port Avon. No worries, so do I. So we have a quiet day here in Port Avon, or we can explore Port Avon, which will wear down your welcome. I'm gonna do a quiet day in Port Avon, buy cheap fuel. You get 2 fuel for 20 sovereigns, that's pretty good. Get cheap repairs. Play a round of cricket. I'm gonna buy cheap fuel here, I think, but before I do, we should go to the bazaar and pick up... Or not the bazaar, I suppose. Or yes, the bazaar. Pick up our 3 seeds here. Okay, so that cost us 75 sovereigns. We still have 152 sovereigns left, which is excellent because it means that we can go back and do the other thing we were gonna do, which is this. Getting 2 fuel for 20 sovereigns is a great deal. That's 10 sovereigns per fuel. So now we have plenty of extra fuel. And we can go to Port Avon. We will wear out our welcome over time doing stuff here. I'm gonna write a port report for 1 because now we know where to turn those in. And we can continue. Okay, so Victory Hall or the Prudent Secretary at Company House. Both docks are near New Winchester, so the other one's probably near New Winchester as well then, I guess. I just didn't find it. Okay, so we're done here. There's not really anything else we can do. We've already done the options that we selected, which is why I didn't read them again. And we are ready to take off. Bye, Port Avon. See you later. Okay, so I'm gonna take us back up here to Magdalene's now so we can turn this in. Hopefully we will reach there in no time. I'm actually really excited to see what happens when we finish this first thing, because I'm not sure if it's... Oh, and here we go. An incident with the repentant devil. Your newly acquired repentant devil is standing most unrepentantly over a body in the hallway. I'm gonna inspect the deceased. We don't recognize him. Oh, I accidentally went past it, but I'm gonna scroll back up and read it. You haven't seen this person before. One of your crew, but the deceased is no one you know. A stranger on your locomotive? Peculiar luggage you brought on board, says one of the crew when some others have gathered. Wouldn't have thought it would fit in your little bag. First, clean up. It won't do to leave the body in the hall. Then your repentant devil can explain himself. He's still got the blood on his cuffs. He looks younger than most devils, but he is significantly older. His gaze is blank and yellow, a wall against speculation. He grooms his sideburns artfully, and knows how to be tactful with less seasoned members of the crew. So I could ask him about the state of our soul, which we did last time and wasn't particularly great. We could show him a Chorister B, which we don't have, or a Memories of Caduceus, which we don't have. So we're going to ask him about the recently departed. Officers who generate corpses on your locomotive are a liability. What does he have to say to that? He was a stowaway, explains the devil indifferently. He's been stalking me for more than a month. I thought I'd lost him when I came aboard, then he turned up in my quarters. From the body, he has lifted a clinking bag of souls. Perhaps he was sent to bribe me rather than kill me. He tilts his head to consider the soul collection. Apparently thinks I'm a cheap hire, if so. The devil's gaze reverts to you. I regret to say that this is probably not the last time this happens. I may be destined to attract negative attention. We got 1000 XP for that, though, so that's actually great. And by the way, I did look, we haven't leveled up yet. Learning about the repentant devil. Okay, cool. So now we are learning about him, and we could ask him about the state of our soul anyway, which is interesting, because I want to know if it's the same with our new captain. It is not worth much in its present condition, he says plainly. Too flawed. I could cure you of that if I had time, and if I cared, and if it were not just as easy to take any of a dozen other innocent souls in a better state of repair. If you want it improved, you might, I suppose, try your luck at Carillion. Okay, so here we go. On our way to Port Avon, now that the repentant devil has murdered a stowaway. I mean, now that we know it's a stowaway, it's kind of okay. Like, I'm still frightened by the fact that he looks younger than most devils. Like, is he legit a devil? In fact, if you know for sure if he's legit actually, no. Don't spoil it for me. If he's legit a devil, I want the game to tell me in the most horrifying way possible. Okay, here we go. Straight on the path. There are such larger land formations here. It feels like you spend so much more time sort of weaving around them compared to what we did in Sunless Seas. I feel like Sunless Seas, the land formations weren't all that large. It was a lot more like sparse little islands. Not that that's bad, it actually makes the game slightly more intimidating to me, I think, because, like, look at right now. All we can see right now is one land formation and, like, a tunnel. We are essentially being directed to something that we don't know, and that bugs me. And that is really a good thing, because if you're trying to capture Lovecraftian horror, one of the key ingredients is that fear of the unknown. You absolutely need that, and that's what this is giving me right now. So I am... Oh man, and as it gets... I don't know if you guys noticed, but as we went deeper, it got darker, and I don't know if that's in response to our terror or what exactly is happening with that. But it is enough to make me wonder if something is up, which is making me uneasy. And I think, really, if this game is to be a success for what it is, that's exactly what you need it to do. It needs to make you uneasy. You shouldn't feel comfortable. Is that mineable, or... Okay, cool, that's mineable, but we don't have mining, so... Sadly, we're not going to be able to get it. Hello, what are you, and can we shoot you? Yes, we can. And we got a whole bunch of shots in on that guy before he even knew what was happening. Oh, yeah. Nope, we are not going to overheat ourselves, though. We're going to be smart. He is a Reach Marauder, and he is about to meet his end. Bye-bye, baby. Oh, yeah, guys. We've gotten good at this combat thing. You approach the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. That's exactly what they're humming. Your guns have reduced the door to a smoldering heap, but sovereigns are surprisingly durable, or we can seek unusual items using our iron chance. I actually forgot to make the devil one of our active officers, so our iron chance hasn't changed. 60% still pretty good, though. I might just go for it. Although sovereigns mean that we get to buy food. I'm gonna go for it. Failure! Excellent. We have one uncanny specimen, though. The door eventually yields after sufficient bashing with a large hammer. Inside the room is a wreck. The damage is greater and more specific than could have been achieved by your guns. The carpets are mauled. The desk oozes. Precious charts have been regurgitated. It seems the captain had a pet. It's in the corner there with the very long shadow indeed. It is decidedly unhappy. A change of scene may do it good. So we just found like a green blob thing that like ate everything, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about having that on board our ship, guys. That like snot thing is gonna get us in our sleep, I'm telling you. Telling you, what is that? What is that? Hey you, come back here, what are you? Where'd you go? I just saw you, where'd you go? Were you a ship? Oh, it has to be a ship, I hear fighting. But I'm not able to see them, so I'm not gonna chase that hard. If I'd have been able to catch up to them and take some shots on them, I would've, but I'm not gonna chase that hard. Your bridge windows fog with recent steam trails. This place is well frequented. Awesome. Oh, maybe that's what we're hearing. Maybe we're hearing them brawl right outside Magdalene's like they did last time. It looks like there's a wreckage here. Can we go search that wreckage? Oh yeah, they're after that dreadnought again. Look at that. Scavenge, and we got pottery. Which is great, because we can turn that in at Port Avon. But in the meantime, we're also helping them kill this big dreadnought again. Hey, you want to not shoot me? I'm on your side. Come on. Oh no. Nope. Woo, he is gone. We took one shot as friendly fire from our friends, the Tackities there. Okay, so we can gain supplies. I'm just going to gain supplies there, because why wouldn't you? We got 2 supplies from that, which is excellent. And, oh, no, don't hit the wall, don't hit the wall. Do not hit the wall. Okay, there we go. All done. I mean, honestly, at this point, we could turn on our Tackety buddies here, but since there's 2 of them, I don't want to risk that, because they will take us out with 2 of them sitting there. So let's ease in nice and slow to Magdalene's, because I don't want to have to use our, like, jut over thing and then smack into a wall. That would not be ideal. So we're going to go complete our first bazaar thing and see if it opens up something awesome. Let's hope it does. So we sell all of those for 240. Magdalene's provides comfort and sympathy to the weary skyfarer. Its host will tell you any lie you need to hear. Some of those lies require flowers. The amenable host wants up to 3 sacks of verdant seeds. Oh, okay, that was just the thing. We did it. We got 100 sovereigns. New total is 472, and we gained 150 experience. They also have a half-price stack of penny dreadfuls for sale. A hawker sells the latest London pot boilers. I don't know where we sell those, though, so if we buy them, we could fill our... Well, actually, we'd be over capacity. So I'm not going to buy those, because I don't know where they go. And actually, we should explore the dock more and spend our money, but we are out of time for this episode, guys. So if you enjoyed the episode, go ahead and click that like button. If you want to see more of the great spoopiness of the unknown, then go ahead and click that subscribe button and make sure to ding that bell so that you actually get notified when videos go up, because otherwise you won't. The next Sunless Skies will be up on the channel on Thursday, and I will see you guys then. Have a nice day. Bye!